The art of detachment is one of the most profound yet misunderstood practices in the philosophy of Stoicism. It is often mistaken for indifference, apathy, or even coldness. But true detachment is not about shutting off your emotions or distancing yourself from the world. It is about freeing yourself from the chains of attachment, those invisible threads that tie your happiness, your peace, and your sense of self-worth to external outcomes. And yet, here's the paradox. How do you practice detachment without losing the very thing that makes life vibrant, meaningful, and alive? How do you let go without letting go of your passion, your drive, your fire? Let's begin with a story. Imagine a musician. She spent years perfecting her craft, pouring her heart and soul into every note, every melody. Her music is her life. It's not just what she does. It's who she is. But one day, she steps onto the stage for the most important performance of her career. The stakes are high. The audience is waiting. And as she begins to play, something unexpected happens. Her mind starts to race. What if I mess up? What if they don't like it? What if I'm not good enough? The weight of her attachment to the outcome, the need for approval, the fear of failure, crushes her. The music that once flowed effortlessly now feels forced, strained. She's lost the very thing she loves most, the joy of creating. This is the danger of attachment. When we tie our happiness to external outcomes, whether it's success, recognition, or even the love of others, we give away our power. We become prisoners of circumstance, at the mercy of forces beyond our control. And in doing so, we risk losing the very passion that drives us. But here's the question. Is it possible to care deeply, to pour your heart and soul into something without being consumed by it? Can you love, create, and strive with all your might, yet remain free from the chains of attachment? The answer is yes, and the path to achieving this lies in the practice of detachment. Detachment, in the Stoic sense, is not about not caring. It's about caring in the right way. It's about shifting your focus from the outcome to the process. It's about finding joy in the act itself, rather than in the rewards it may bring. Let's go back to our musician. What if, instead of focusing on the applause, the recognition, or the fear of failure, she simply focused on the music? What if she allowed herself to be fully present in each note, each moment, without worrying about what comes next? This is detachment. It's not about not caring about the outcome. It's about not letting the outcome dictate your happiness. The Stoics believe that the only thing truly within our control is our own mind, our thoughts, our attitudes, our reactions, everything else, the opinions of others, the circumstances of life, even the success or failure of our endeavors, is beyond our control. And yet, so often, we tie our sense of self-worth to these external things. We think, if I succeed, I am worthy. If I fail, I am not. But this is a dangerous game. Because no matter how talented, how hardworking, or how deserving you are, there will always be factors beyond your control. There will always be setbacks, disappointments, and moments of failure. And if your happiness depends on avoiding these things, you will always be at their mercy. So how do you practice detachment without losing your passion? The first step is to redefine what success means to you. Instead of measuring your worth by external outcomes, measure it by your own effort, your own integrity, your own commitment to the process. Ask yourself, did I give it my all? Did I act with courage, with honesty, with kindness? Did I stay true to my values, regardless of the outcome? These are the things within your control. These are the things that truly matter. The second step is to cultivate a sense of gratitude for the present moment. So often, we're so focused on the future, on what we want to achieve, on what we're afraid of losing, that we forget to appreciate what we have right now. But the truth is, the present moment is all we ever have. The past is gone. The future is uncertain. All we have is this moment, this breath, this opportunity to create, to love, to live. When you learn to find joy in the process, in the act of creating, of striving, of being. You free yourself from the need for external validation. You realize that the journey itself is the reward. The third step is to embrace impermanence. Nothing in life is permanent. Success, failure, joy, sorrow, they all come and go. And yet we cling to them as if they were eternal. We think, if I can just achieve this one thing, I'll be happy forever. Or, if I lose this, I'll never recover. But this is an illusion. Life is fluid, ever-changing. And the more you try to hold on to something, the more you suffer. The Stoics understood this. They knew that the key to peace lies in accepting the transient nature of life. When you embrace impermanence, you learn to let go. You learn to appreciate what you have while you have it, without clinging to it. And in doing so, you free yourself from the fear of loss. But here's the beautiful thing. When you practice detachment, you don't lose your passion. In fact, you may find that your passion grows even stronger. Because when you're no longer weighed down by the fear of failure, the need for approval, or the anxiety of uncertainty, you're free to fully immerse yourself in the act of creation. You're free to take risks, to experiment, to push the boundaries of what's possible. You're free to love deeply, to care deeply, to live deeply, without fear. Let me share another story. There was once a painter who was known for his incredible talent. His works were admired by many, and he took great pride in his craft. But over time, he became so attached to his reputation, to the praise of others, that he began to fear failure. He stopped taking risks. He stopped experimenting. He stopped pushing himself. And as a result, his work became stagnant. It lost its vitality, its soul. One day, a wise old man came to visit him. The old man looked at the painter's latest work and said, "Where is the passion? Where is the fire? I see skill, but I don't see life." The painter was struck by these words. He realized that in his fear of failure, he had lost the very thing that made his art meaningful. That day, he made a decision. He decided to let go of his attachment to the outcome. He decided to paint not for praise, but for the joy of creation. And as he did, his passion returned. His work came alive once more. This is the power of detachment. It's not about not caring. It's about caring in a way that liberates you, rather than imprisons you. It's about finding freedom in the process, rather than bondage in the outcome. It's about loving, creating, and living with all your heart, yet remaining unshaken by the winds of change. But how do you actually practice this in your daily life? How do you cultivate detachment without losing your passion? Let's explore some practical steps. First, start by becoming aware of your attachments. What are the things you cling to? Is it success, recognition, the approval of others, the fear of failure? Take a moment to reflect on these things. Notice how they influence your thoughts, your actions, your emotions. Awareness is the first step toward change. You can't let go of something if you don't even realize you're holding on to it. Next, practice shifting your focus from the outcome to the process. Whatever it is you're passionate about, whether it's your work, your relationships, your creative pursuits, remind yourself that the joy lies in the act itself, not in the result. When you find yourself worrying about the outcome, bring your attention back to the present moment. Ask yourself, what can I do right now to move forward? How can I fully immerse myself in this moment? Another powerful practice is to embrace failure as a teacher. The fear of failure is one of the biggest obstacles to detachment. We're so afraid of making mistakes, of falling short, that we hold ourselves back. But failure is not the enemy. It's a natural part of growth. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, to improve, to become stronger. When you embrace failure as a teacher, you free yourself from the fear of it. You realize that even if you fail, you'll be okay. You'll learn, you'll grow, and you'll keep moving forward. Gratitude is another essential tool for cultivating detachment. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. You remind yourself of the abundance in your life, even in the midst of challenges. This doesn't mean you ignore your goals or stop striving for improvement. It simply means you appreciate the journey rather than fixating on the destination. Gratitude helps you find joy in the present moment, regardless of the outcome. Finally, remember that detachment is a practice, not a destination. It's something you cultivate over time, through consistent effort and reflection. There will be moments when you slip back into old patterns, when you find yourself clinging to outcomes or worrying about the future. That's okay. Be gentle with yourself. Each moment is an opportunity to begin again, to let go, to return to the present. As you practice detachment, you may find that your passion becomes purer, more focused, more alive. When you're no longer weighed down by the fear of failure or the need for approval, you're free to fully express yourself. You're free to take risks, to explore new possibilities, to push the boundaries of what's possible. You're free to love deeply, to care deeply, to live deeply, without fear. This is the essence of Stoicism. It's not about suppressing your emotions or distancing yourself from the world. It's about finding freedom within yourself. It's about living with passion, purpose, and integrity, while remaining unshaken by the ups and downs of life. It's about embracing the beauty of the present moment, while letting go of the need to control the future. So, as you go forward, remember this. Detachment is not the opposite of passion. It is the foundation of true passion. It is the key to living a life that is vibrant, meaningful, and free. Let go of the need for external validation. Let go of the fear of failure. Let go of the illusion of control. And in doing so, you will find that your passion burns brighter than ever before. You will find that you are free to create, to love, to live, with all your heart and without fear.